Welcome to the Toffee Blues, your source for all things Everton, and welcome to your Friday night Everton 24/7 report. While much of the media continues to focus on the reaction to our stadium proposals, I'm of course here to bring you Friday's transfer updates. And I'm going to start in a very familiar place for this show, and that is of course Kean. And at long last it seems to be a bit more meat to put on those bones as our talks to sign Kean appear to be gathering pace, if you like. Today, Tutto Sport report that Fabio Paratici, who I mentioned as the Juventus sporting director, he's apparently back in England to try and finalise a £35 million move for Kean to Everton. Everton have apparently beat out competition from Wolves to try and sign the young Italian striker. Juve are reportedly happy with how talks are progressing and a deal could be done next week. So today's rumours have got off to a far more encouraging start than many of our other shows this week, that's for sure. And with that in mind, let's get all the negative stuff out the way early doors, shall we? Let's start with Borussia Dortmund are reportedly in advanced talks to sign Malcolm for €42 million. Now there's been sort of ups and downs about this. A lot of German outlets have been reporting this, of course, but apparently Barcelona have refuted these rumours, so it's hard to tell what's going on right now, but this for me would be the biggest blow if we didn't get Malcolm, and we can't gotta not let him move without a fight, if you like, because he's the player I personally am holding out for more than anybody this summer. So let's just see what happens there. Hopefully next week the puzzle will get a little bit clearer for everybody, and we'll all know where we stand. Not really, probably not. Of course, the big minus of late is that Idrissa Gana Gueye is expected to leave Everton imminently, and L'Équipe believe the deal will now be sealed next week, and that delay has apparently been caused by late interest from Manchester United, but Gana's head cannot be turned away from Paris now, it seems, and his move will be concluded next week. The delay, of course, does serve to buy us more time to sign up a replacement before Gana leaves the club. Now, for the prime suspect in our search for Gueye's replacement, Jean-Philippe Baman has apparently been approached by Everton, and the rumours yesterday were that Everton has seduced Baman, and those comments came from Bernard Collignon, who is his supposed agent. Now, Baman went on social media today to reveal that Collignon is not actually his agent, and he is actually represented by an agent called Gregory Gelabert. So perhaps there might be a few more twists and turns if that's anything to go by in this rumour, so fasten your seatbelts. Alternatively, RMC in France reckon we have another player in mind to replace Gana in defensive midfield, and he comes with a surname very familiar already to we Everton fans, particularly those fans who were scarred by the late 1990s. That name is, of course, Bakayoko. Tiemoué Bakayoko is the man we're talking about in this case. He's still on the books of Chelsea, and the French sport website reckon we could be set to pursue him to replace Gana. I can't see this being the case, particularly given how we've been with Chelsea over the whole Kurt Zouma saga because of the transfer ban, and they're playing hardball with a lot of their players. It may be wise not to do business with Chelsea at this moment in time, if possible. Throw in the fact that I don't think Bakayoko is all that, and I'd like to think there's not much in this rumour as it is. Now for the big shock rumour of this week, which has arisen, Wilfried Zaha. Well, as of today, Everton have taken over as many bookies' favourites to sign the Palace winger, amidst rumours of a £60 million part exchange bid, which involves Cenk Tosun rumoured to be going the other way. While we can be encouraged by this, fans will not like what Ian Holloway has said today. He told Zaha not to join Everton, as he should only leave his comfort zone of Crystal Palace to play at the very top, and that a move to Everton will sell himself short. Well, it's a good job Ian Holloway's unemployed and irrelevant right now, isn't it? And hopefully we might be still in with a shot, or alternatively maybe we can go and get Malcolm. You never know. Finally, on the transfer front tonight, Mario Lemina has been linked to Everton by the Daily Express, along with the likes of Man United, Arsenal and Wolves. He's valued by the Saints at $20 million, with Man United apparently his preferred place to go, and I'll be honest with you, I'll happily let him go there, because it's not a slight on Lemina as such. I think he is a good player, but no better than good. Given we've just bought Fabian Delph for cheaper in his position and Andre Gomez on a permanent basis, on top of a number of other backup players, the only centre mid we really need is one who's going to replace Garner in his role. And I don't think it's a role that Lamina would be able to take on. So for me, this one shouldn't be a goer, given the other areas of the team that need strengthening on a more pressing matter, if you like. Going to finish with some off-the-field news, which broke this morning. And in the aftermath of all the stadium hysteria, John Woods and Keith Harris, both prominent members of the Everton board, stepped down from the board today. But Woods, of course, has been Bill Kenwright's right-hand man for many years and had his shares bought out in the past year or so by Farhad Mashiri. So perhaps his departure was to be expected. Now, Keith Harris, on the other hand, is quite a surprise, given that he was appointed in late 16 after Farhad Mashiri had taken over. There has been rumours that people at the club weren't best pleased with Harris's input in his role as deputy chairman, and that sports journalist Paul Brown today suggested he may have been on borrowed time in recent months. In all honesty, neither Harris or John Woods were particularly popular figures with the fans, so I doubt they'll be sorely missed. The big question is now, is there a certain Uzbek in line to replace them? I'm sure we wouldn't complain about that one though. Of course, Alisher Usmanov is now free to join forces with us, having now sold up at Arsenal, but only time will tell whether that ends up happening. And only time will tell how the Everton squad will look going into that opening game against Crystal Palace, which is now only 2 weeks away. So the excitement is starting to build, and hopefully that will build with even more with a few more new signings. But of course, there is the small matter of pre-season to get out the way first, and we have got a double header for you coming tomorrow. Everton playing the Opel Cup in Germany against Sevilla and Mainz. It's a double header of 60-minute games, so a bit strange, but we will be bringing you the updates for all of those games throughout tomorrow, so be sure to check that out. And of course, be sure to check out tomorrow's daily report, where we will be bringing you more news and rumours on the window as it heats up as we head into the final 2 weeks. So make sure you tune in for that tomorrow, and once again, thank you for watching on the Toffee Blues.